Backlash 2026 felt really strange. It's just that it was an event that didn't have the energy of previous years. Very few WrestleMania rematches were seen, and honestly, the ending left a lot to be desired, just like some of the matches. However, the WWE superstars in the ring gave their best, but that doesn't mean they didn't make mistakes. So for now, enough talk, and today I'll present 5 mistakes that happened at Backlash 2026. 5. Asuka's speed. It's widely suspected that this Asuka match was probably her last. The match she had with Illo turned out to be one of the best of the night. The coordination and skill between both of them made the match very fast and smooth. However, during the match, there was a move where it became clear that something planned didn't go as expected. When Illo was looking to perform her finisher from the top rope, it seemed that Asuka was supposed to intercept her as soon as she hit the ground and then apply her submission move. However, Illo ended up landing a bit too far from Asuka, and Asuka already had her feet up, waiting to apply the move. After this, what Asuka had to do was crawl a bit more in order to apply the move. Although it didn't go as expected, it's worth noting that Asuka reacted quite quickly and was able to apply the move just a few seconds after this huge mistake. I think that one positive for both of them is that they really knew each other quite well and enjoyed sharing the ring, even if it was to face each other. Number 4, watch out Rollins. There were several moments of miscoordination in Seth Rollins and Ron Breaker's match. Well, you'll probably see other moments from that match in this video, but for now, we'll focus on a moment that could have ended badly and fortunately allowed Rollins to come out unscathed. When Rollins was swinging on the ropes, he tried to hook onto Breaker's arm to quickly spin around and hit him with the pedigree. However, that last part didn't happen. Breaker couldn't hold him, and Rollins ended up landing on his neck on the ring mat. The first thing Rollins did was grab his neck because of the apparent pain he must have felt. This could have ended much worse. Some wrestlers are out of action for months over a lot less. It's worth noting that at Rollins' speed and from the height he fell, an impact of that magnitude becomes much more severe. Fortunately, Rollins came out of this unscathed. He was able to continue the match without any problem. We all know that Rollins has incredibly bad luck with injuries, so even though nothing happened, you can't deny that it was a scary moment. Number 3, Dan Housen's friend. One of the biggest mysteries of the night was finding out who would be Dan Housen's companion. And it turned out to be a mini Dan Housen, who came out through his cloning machine. The audience laughed a lot. The crowd went wild and the match was pretty good and fun at times. However, this mini Dan Housen had some really remarkable moments. One of them was when he attacked Keith Wilson and threw himself out of the ring. It turns out that this mini Dan Housen jumped so quickly, and it clearly showed that Keith Wilson wasn't paying enough attention to catch him. This time, the speed, height, and weight of the little wrestler played a trick on Keith Wilson. He couldn't even hold him up completely. In the same way, Keith Wilson stopped him in midair, but the landing was a bit complicated for little Dan Housen. Some fans accused both Wilson and The Miz of being too far forward, and they didn't properly calculate the speed and jump of little Dan Housen to be able to catch him well. But anyway, fortunately little Dan Housen was able to come out of that unharmed, and then he was even able to clone himself some more. Number 2, Sami Zayn's cell. If there was a match where the crowd was divided, it was the fight between Sami Zayn and Drake Williams. Some were demanding justice for the gingerbread cookie, and others were shouting with all their might supporting Sami. Near the end of the match, Drake Williams, after all the help he got from his friend, tried to hit Sami Zayn with his famous kick to finish him off. However, the fans at home realized that kick never touched Sami Zayn's face. Obviously, Sami sold the kick, but it never landed. WWE is so strict with certain things that even when they tried to replay this moment, they only used a front camera to show the kick. Obviously, in this front camera shot, the kick ends up looking much more real than the one we all saw from the other angle. The angle from this front camera worked in favor of Drake Williams and his missed kick. But for those of us who were able to watch the live broadcast, we immediately realized that kick didn't reach Sami Zayn's face. The only good thing about all this is that Sami Zayn finally kicked out at 2, because imagine if Drake Williams had won the match with that kick. The fans on social media would have come out in droves to make fun of this moment. Don't be surprised if this angle I'm showing you is probably deleted from the final Netflix edit, since WWE commonly does this to remove any mistakes that might have been made live. Number 1. Rollins' fake kick. And we're back to the match between Seth Rollins and Bron Breakker. And the mistake to mention this time is quite similar to the one with Sami Zayn and Drake Williams. At one point in the match, Bron Breakker got out of the ring to try to deliver a fierce spear to Seth Rollins. The latter reacted quickly with a super kick, and it turns out that kick never actually hit Bron Breakker's face. Unlike the previously mentioned kick, this one from Seth Rollins was widely discussed on social media. The audience noticed right away, Rollins never hit Breakker, and Breakker still sold it anyway. Well, in this case, this also says a lot about Bron Breakker, who sold his opponent's move perfectly. Even when it didn't even land where it was supposed to because of everything I noted in this event. I dare say that the match between Bron Breakker and Seth Rollins was the most disjointed, mistake-filled match of the night. Maybe anxiety about facing each other played a trick on them, or maybe the desire to make everything perfect ended up working against them this time.
Uh-oh, they're going back inside. And Rollins catches him with a super kick.